Hi everybody, how you doing? Um, I don't have a box over my head this time, so that's a good thing, I hope. Thanks for all of your love and your responses on that last video and understanding where I was. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry that so many of you are stuck there as well. And I think it's just part of our growth process that we're going through. I have a few things I want to share with you today. One is, first, um, you know, I did a video a while ago and I believe it was titled, It Takes a Village. I think that was it. And my oldest granddaughter was mentioned in that video. I did it quite a while ago, year and a half ago maybe or so, I think. And my oldest granddaughter is going to be 21 in December, and she didn't get to graduate high school with the class because it was during the pandemic and the shutdown and everything, so she graduated in her living room. So since school ended early for her, she went out and got a job at a grocery store. And, you know, they have a florist section there, and so she would forever bring me flowers. And you'd have to find that video and go back and see all about that. But she hasn't worked there for like a year and a half, and so I haven't had any flowers. And it's really funny because I was just thinking about her, and I sat down here to make a live in Facebook, and I heard a car door shut. And so I stopped the live and I went and looked, and it was her in my driveway. And I have to trim them up yet, but look what she brought me. Aren't they gorgeous? That's the first time she's brought me flowers in a year and a half or 2 years, probably 2 years. And special meaning for them and all that. And you can check the video out on that if you want to, or ask me and I can tell you. So that was very special to me and very exciting. Another announcement that I wanted to make, and I've been laboring over this for a long time and trying to figure out what to do. And as I said in my Facebook post, I kept saying no and God kept saying yes. And so I finally said yes. And I started a Widows Facebook group. And so if you're watching this video and you are not in the Widows Facebook group, it's on Facebook, so friend me, do a friend request, and then go into private message and give me a message and let me know that that you friend requested me, because sometimes the friend requests get lost. And so if I get a private message, I'll see that. And once we're friends, then I can add you to the group. And I have to tell you, I started this last week, and the women are absolutely awesome. They've just stepped up and they're all interacting with each other and introducing themselves, and we're having a lot of fun in there. So if you'd like to join the group, just find me on Facebook, just look for Connie Norleen and friend request me, private message me, and I will add you to the group. All right. I think you'll really enjoy it there. So looking forward to sharing that with more of you. So feel free to let me know you want to join that. But you have to be a member of Facebook to do it. That's the only thing. All right. So I'm coming to you today to share with you something that happened with me last week. And I'll just cut to the chase. My daughter and I did an Ancestry.com thing about 3 years ago. It was after Gar passed, so it was probably 3 years ago. And she said, I wished I'd thought of it sooner so we could have gotten his DNA, but it was too late. So I've got his ashes. I wonder if that would work. I don't think so. Sorry. Sidetracked. So we haven't done anything with it. We got a generality of some of the areas that we could have been from, and I thought, I don't know anything about any of those. Mine was just down the country in Indiana is all I knew. And so we found out all kinds of things of where we might be from, but that was it. And so a couple of 3 weeks ago, she sent me an email and she said, "Do you recognize this picture?" And it was a picture of a man, and I said no. And she said, Ancestry just sent it, that said it was a close blood tie to us. I said, I don't recognize it. So last week, about a week and a half later after she sent me the email, I got a Facebook private message from a guy. And he said, I think that we are blood related. He said, I just got a notice from Ancestry.com that we are a real close match. And so I said, I don't know you. And so we started talking back and forth on Facebook Private Messenger and connecting the dots. And the more dots we connected, it just became so much fun and so exciting. I was an only child, as far as I know, and I thought that I was it as far as my family line went. There wasn't any other relatives or anybody that I knew. And so when Chris and I got to talking, he had the same feeling that he was it. He was the last one. And so he was very surprised to find me. And so we started connecting the dots and comparing things, and we just found the whole line, and it was so fun. And he's such an ancestry geek. He loves doing it. And so he's had a lot of fun with it, and he connected even more dots that we didn't talk about. And I went into, he'd never met his grandfather, which was my mother's brother. It was so fun. I'm telling you, it was so fun. Sorry. So I said, I think I've got a picture of him. And so I went and found the album of my mother's that had a picture of him, and I took a snapshot of it and sent it over to him. So he was glad to get that. So then I shared a picture of his great-grandfather that he didn't have, and I sent that to him. And just, back and forth things, and it was really fun. And so I said, I think I've got a tintype that my mother gave me, and I think it's older than we've connected so far. And so I went and got the tintypes, and I have 2 of them. And here they are, and they've been sitting on my bathroom counter for a long, long time. And this one was my mother's father and his 2 siblings. You see that? And there wasn't anything specific on that. So this one, I took it out of the frame. Look how he looks like he's probably 6 foot tall, and she's an itty bitty thing. And so I took it out of the frame, and my mother had written on the back of it. And the picture was taken in 1848, and it's a tintype. And so I gave him that information, and he searched all of that, and then we've been in phone contact, and my daughter came over, and we spent about an hour and a half going over some of the things he had sent us. And then he found another cousin, the same dad, different mother. And so he connected with him, so he had the cousin connect with me. And then last night, and they all live in Indiana, which is where I'm from. And so last night they all got together and had dinner and talked for 2.5 hours and just exchanged ideas and things and information that they had, and it was so fun. And I got to tell you that when I was going through this with Chris on Facebook, I was just getting chills. It was so fun connecting dots that I didn't know there was any way to connect, and to know that I had a cousin. I've got a real life cousin, and then I've got 2. So the fellow that he connected with me with was Doug, and Doug lives in Indiana as well, and they live right near each other. So they met last night. So I have 2 brand new cousins that I didn't know about, and I was so excited, and I had so much fun. And I'm sitting on the closet floor, and I've got the photo album out, and I've taken the pictures, and I've sent them to Chris, and I'm on the phone with Sherry, and I'm laughing, and I'm just having so much fun, and it was just really fun. And it was like the middle of the afternoon. And I immediately thought, this is what I thought, but I didn't say it because I realized it. And then I cried. I said, oh, wow, wait till your dad comes home. He wasn't coming home. So then I cried. She was on the phone with me, and then she cried. And I wanted you to know the fun story that I had. And I wanted you to know to never be surprised, because anything can happen to trigger something for an emotional sadness to come up. And it's be 4 years for me in February that Gar's been gone. I cannot believe it. And so the sadnesses that I've had for almost 4 years, some of them in the beginning took me down. And most of the time now, they don't take me down. But that was a very sad time sitting on the closet floor. I was so excited to share with Gar. He would have loved, even though it was my side of the family, you know, we've known each other since we were 14 and 15. And so he would have loved knowing all this information and talking with Chris, and he would have had fun with it. And so we never stopped missing them. And yes, we can still shed a tear. And then we have to get back up and go on with things. It's just the way it is for us. New life, new adventures that we never wanted. And I guess in a way, we sort of 50% were signed up for it when we got married. And we made the commitments, and, you know, sickness or health, death do us part. Boy, you just don't realize what that means, do you? I do now. You do now. So we pick ourselves back up, and we get back to fold up the photo album, put it away. And I talked to Chris again and laughed some more and told him some family things that he didn't know about his great-grandfather and great-grandmother and great-step-grandmother, and a lot of fun things. And so it was fun reminiscing all of that. I've talked to him 3 times now, and that's really fun. I haven't chatted with Doug yet, but they're equal cousins to me. And so it's fun. It was exciting. So I really wanted to share the fun and the excitement with you, and I really wanted to let you know that this happens, and we have to pick back up. So I'm going to put my tintypes away. I'm going to go trim my sunflowers, trim the bottom off of them, make them a little shorter, group them together a little better, I hope. And let me know if you guys want to be part of our Facebook Widows group. It's a private group, so you can't find it on Facebook without being invited, but it's called Lighthouse for Widows. And my tagline is Beacon of Hope. So I'm excited to share that with you. Please come in and join us and get to meet all of the women and all the ladies that are there, and we're all in different stages of grief. Some of them are brand new, and some of them have been widowed for 10, 12, 13 years. So join us and have fun with it, won't you? And so that being said, I want you to please know, if nobody else tells you today, I love you. Have an awesome, awesome day. Bye for now, guys.